Hello, everybody. David here from another Zelda podcast. David and my cat Schrodinger sitting in the windowsill back here. It's a very sunny day here in Chicago. Finally, the weather's warming up a little bit. And today's a special day for me because I'm going to be doing an unboxing with you. Now, you might recall that a couple years ago, I actually did an unboxing of the Breath of the Wild Collector's box with my nieces. And I actually have that right here. This may look familiar to some of you. We opened it up and we actually compared it with a Legend of Zelda collector's box, and it was a fun time. In this collector's box, the one we opened, I ended up actually using many of the things in here. As you may be able to see, there's a messenger bag and some stickers and a water bottle and things like that. So this isn't even made anymore. So it in itself is kind of a collector's item. What is made is the Breath of the Wild Collector Bundle. Yep, bundle, I guess because the box is a little bit smaller. And we are going to be opening this today. Now, just looking at the back of the box, right off the bat, it looks like about the same amount of items. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A planter, which may or may not be very similar to the Zelda planter that I have already. A notebook, another messenger bag. We'll see what that's like. And let's see what else is on here. An insulated lunch bag, multi-tool with sleeve, and a patch. So on first glance, this box retails for about $30. I've seen them at Targets and stuff like that, which is about the price that the collector's box was. Oh, and actually, look at this. Right here on my desk, I have one of the items from that collector's box. This was like a little bento box. And so even as I look at these items, I'm wondering if the insulated lunch bag is the kind of spiritual successor to the bento box. But we're going to get to it. We're going to open this up right now and take a look and see what's inside. Okay, so other first impressions before I fully open it up is that the collector's box had all of the champions on it and was a little bit more champion focused, whereas this one only has Link on the front. And pretty much that's the artwork around the whole thing. So let's get to it. I'm going to set this down. You know, if we keep making these videos, I should probably just get us a couple lapel mics or something instead of having to talk into the old podcast mics. But I think I'm realizing it now because I have to reach around to get to the box here. But let's go for it. Okay. All right, toss this down on the ground. Hopefully you have a good view of it here on the second camera. It looks like, how does this thing open? Oh, it's just on the top. And already I can see some things. Look at this. In fact, wow, this is interesting. I can see probably the insulated lunch bag right off the bat. I'm going to turn this around for you. There we are. This is right on top, not in its own bag or anything. This clearly is the insulated lunch bag. Let's see how insulated it is. Oh, it's like real deal. Has a little strap on the back here, and then it looks like the whole thing. Oh, this is curious. How does this work? The Velcro's on the back, but also the front. So maybe this actually ends up folding. How do you close this thing? Is it like this? Is it a fold? And then a fold. I think that's what it is. All right, so it didn't come. Okay, that must be it. Fair enough. It wasn't packaged that way, but it looks like it does physically work. I mean, I could see this being a lunch bag. I mean, quite frankly, I'll confess, I don't actually use the bento box as a lunch box. I use it to store like hard drives and stuff like that. But anyway. Oh my gosh. That little handle still falls off these days. All right, so let me set this down over here. Oh, and then right as I look into it, I can see the multi-tool right away. Wow, this stuff is just really just resting right on top, isn't it? Here's the multi-tool. And it's, okay. So you know what? I'm actually going to open this up. It's in its own little plastic bag. And I can see that not only is it a multi-tool, my arms are shaking because I'm reaching around the microphone here. I want to keep everything in view for you. I feel like I very much enjoy multi-tools. I use my Gerber handyman, whatever these things are called, all the time. And this one seems to have a little blade on it. Looks like a little can opener, a bottle opener, perhaps a little can opener. Technically a little saw here if you need it. Different degrees of what seems to be like a wrench, like bolts. And then I noticed that in the casing here was at least also this little. Ooh, it's gooped on. Ooh, it's really gooped on. This multi-tool sleeve. Oh, I hope I don't break anything. Woof! Well, that's going to take a little while to get that goop off. But, I guess this just goes on like this. I mean, I could see this being something that you keep in your wallet. Something that I'll keep in my... Oh, I don't have it with me. In my Zelda wallet. All right, cool. Let's see, I'll set this down here. And again, right on top, you can just see more things as you go into this box. I think, okay, here's the patch. Wow, so the patch is bigger than I thought it was going to be. I thought they were going to cheap out on the patch a little bit. It actually looks like it's a pretty good size. Keep it in the light here. There we go. We might have to figure out a different setup if we keep doing these unboxings, honestly. I am going to take it out, and it seems like it's gooped on as well. Ooh, this goop is strong. Oops, pardon me. They had a little piece of plastic back here that's where the goop was, so it's not like I damaged the patch or anything. As patches go, it's pretty legit. I assume it's just iron-on. It does have like kind of a plastic, that kind of glue feeling in the background. Okay, multi-tool, patch, lunch bag. So far, everything's a little bit smaller than the collector's box. The collector's box had an actual glass bottle and a few other things. Now here's the messenger bag. I wonder. Do I have? So it's over there. It's over on the other side of the desk here. The messenger bag, as I said in the beginning, from the collector's box, I do actually use to hold all of our microphones when we go and record at everybody's like different houses and stuff. So this is the new messenger bag. It's kind of just shoved together. Okay, it's almost the same size. Oh, cool. Interesting. Okay, all right. I'm gonna open it up. You know, I can't tell if this is more fancy or less. It feels like it's more fancy than the other messenger bag. Okay, the material itself, I'm kind of feeling the back sides and the inside. The material itself, all right, let me just calm down. The actual material of the messenger bag feels to be a touch thinner than the other one, but there are more features on this messenger bag. Maybe that's how they kind of compensated. There's a main pocket, and then a flap that goes over the whole thing, like so. It seems to be a little bit bigger, honestly. The other messenger bag was just a single zipper, though I think the actual like lining has maybe I don't know if it's insulation, but it seemed to have a couple layers. This one does not seem to have that, but it does have what appears to be a pseudo waterproof zipper in the lid, the flap. Oh, and it only goes halfway. Oh, that's interesting. So it only goes to here. It's about the size of a switch. Huh. All right, messenger bag. I guess I'll set it over here. I'm running out of room. Yeah, we have to do like, if we keep doing this, I think we have to like actually get like a workbench or something. Let's see. Okay, now we have two more things. I'm going to bend this back. There's a notebook, which is new, and I tell you, it has the map of Hyrule on it, which is kind of cool. That kind of generic Hyrule map that shows up on a lot of stuff, which actually showed up on the blanket in the collector's box. Gonna open it up. As Zelda books go, some of them, many vary in like quality. Sometimes you just kind of get like a cheapy little one. I think the one in the collector's box actually had like a faux leather feel to it. Just throw this down here. Notebook, slide this off. This one's interesting. I think this is kind of cool. It's actually, I guess you could say in landscape mode. It's really on here tight because this is a different kind of material than just like a plastic. So check this out. it opens this way. Okay, and then the pages, there aren't any lines for writing, but they do have a light, maybe you can see in the light, they do have a light symbol, Zelda logo in there. Oh, very interesting. Look, it's actually not bound with cardboard. It's a bit soft, which I gotta say kind of is cool. Maybe it's like a faux leather over a light cardstock is what's going on here. And I use my other Zelda books that come in these collector's boxes. They are fun to use. I use them for show notes and stuff. But this one feels, I gotta admit, maybe I'm just geeking out a little bit. It feels kind of adventure-y. It feels like the kind of thing I could have as an adventure log or something. Maybe it's just that landscape that's getting me. But this one's kind of fun. This is cool. All right, so to recap, we've got our lunch bag, we've got our messenger bag, our multi-tool, our patch, and our book. Last but not least, and this is the thing I think I'm the most excited about. As you maybe, I don't know if I ever really talk about this on the show, but, well, I always talk about loving the wilderness. But I really love plants, and I've been working on this monstera behind me for a while. I've got a few, many, many more in the other parts of the studio here. I'm southern. No, I do have southern facing windows, so I get a bit of light. But anyway, so let's take out the planter. Personally, this is the thing I'm the most excited about. So let's see what's in here. Definitely protected by some styrofoam. You know what? I think I'm just gonna go upside down with it. I'm holding the foam together, the styrofoam together. And I'll set it down. Oh, it's cool. Oh, wow, I like this a lot. So they have, sometimes when you get these planters, they'll put like a little faux plant on it. In fact, maybe you can see in this camera, but I have a Jurassic Park gate planter right here. And right now I had the fake plant in there, then I had a real plant in there. But because of where it's positioned in the apartment right now, it just doesn't get very good light, so I had to put the fake plant back in. However, all right, so we got our fake little, maybe I hang on to this. This could be a fun thing to put on the shelf. Anyways, it's going right there right now. This planter is very cool looking in my opinion. How do I get the foam out? I might just have to dig it out. Oh no, I don't want this. I'm gonna have to vacuum for days. Can I use my multi-tool? Yelling into the microphone here. Okay, this is a little ridiculous, but here we go. I guess I'll just get the vacuum out when we're done. This is really in here. There's no way to push it down from the other side. As I observed, oh my gosh, really? So as I look at this, I do see the planter is very cool looking. It's very kind of classic looking. Put it in the light, hold it up for you to see. It looks like stone, faux stone, with the golden Zelda logo on it. This is the kind of thing that I would very much want to have on my desk. I love this thing a lot, actually. If I saw this alone in the store, I'd probably buy it. But again, I just really like plants. There is a draining hole on the bottom I can see that right now seems to be plugged up with maybe just some tape. Because that's the trick. Then you got to put another plate. You got to put another thing underneath it if it's not plugged up. Okay, I'm just gonna go for it and pull the rest of this stuff out. Oh no. I just want to see what's on the bottom. I'm trying to keep everything on the desk here. It's just getting worse and worse and worse. All right. Oh, there we go. More of it. I'm gonna have to get the vacuum with the hose after this. Okay. So mechanically, this planter, all right, I can see the bottom. Oof, maybe that was a bad choice. I'm making poor choices. I'm getting so excited about the planter. I'm not sure if you can see. I'll hold it up to the other camera, but there's a hole in the bottom. There's a hole in the bottom, and that could be used for drainage, or if you're careful with how you do your indoor plants, sometimes you don't need drainage. This thing's 100% going on my desk somewhere. Very cool. So to recap, without making a bigger mess than I already have, in reverse order, we have our planter, which 10 out of 10 for me. I love this thing. Ooh, I don't want to set it on there. Maybe it goes next to the DeLorean for now. We had the book, which, all things considered, as Zelda books go, is at least they kind of did a fun take on it. They made it sideways, made it feel like the kind of book that you'd be like putting notes in and making maps on. And also, like I said earlier, it's kind of flexible. It's a little bit soft, which actually I think is kind of cool. What was the next thing? It was the messenger bag, wasn't it? Messenger bag I have mixed thoughts on. It definitely feels fabric-wise cheaper, but there are some extra features, and I'll probably end up using this one way or another. I'm not sure. We'll see. Cool. Still, it's a legit bag. And then, yes, this desk is way too small to do an unboxing. But we learn as we go. The multi-tool, classic multi-tool, little ring here too, I see, so maybe you can put a little keychain thing. But it's just a little smaller than a credit card. And it also has this, oh, I see, so there's a saw blade side, which probably you'd want to put on the inside. And for what it's worth, I'm not sure if you can see this, but there's a, they put a Zelda logo on it. Little Zelda logo there. It's styrofoam all over me. Oh, this has gone so poorly. Let's see. I mean, I might start, once I get the goop off of this, I might start legit keeping this in my wallet. We'll see. If it's a little too much, it could be, depends on how the wallet fits in your pants, but that's cool. That's cool. And then real quick, last but not least, a fairly legitimate Zelda patch. It's exactly what you'd expect. It doesn't seem cheapy. It's bigger than I expected, and the stitching is very nice. The stitching is in favor with the contours of all the different shapes. Maybe I can show you real quick on this camera. And then last but not least, our insulated lunch bag, which, even though I think it was because it was packaged like this, it's kind of weird, but technically, again, you fold it this way and then roll it down. Maybe you just roll it down. I guess you do get two seams, so it does theoretically get airtight. And it's fine. I mean, it'd be a fun thing to like bring to conventions and like put your food in or something. That'd be kind of cute. I like it. So there it is. The collector's bundle. Nothing else inside the box. Totally empty now except for more foam. I'm being very careful. I'm trying not to kick up too much wind right now. The collector's bundle, which is, I've seen it at, you see these at Targets all the time, and I've seen them at a few other stores as well. And there it is. I think it's a recommend. I think it's a decent successor to the collector's box. I will confess, I think they ran both for $30. The collector's box, the quality of the items inside was just a touch higher, but then also there was a couple items in the collector's box that it was like, oh, the champion pins, and they were these dinky little things. So I'm sure the value is about the same here. It's just the value is being put into different things. I mean, some stores would sell this for $20 on its own. You know what I mean? We've seen that. So, cool. I think for the planter, multi-tool, I like the book, the patch. Oh, you know what I'm realizing? I think I kind of like everything. All right. Well, there it is. I hope you enjoyed this, and we'll see you later on on our channel here. And hopefully you enjoy listening to Season 6 right now. We are in on Season 6. It's a big season. We've got a big season planned. And so there it is. I'll see you all later.